A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter Microbes in Human Welfare. And the topic is Microbes in Biogas Production. Before going to start, first as our previous class contained, then we proceed to the today's topic. In previous class, we have discussed about the microbes in household products. Mainly the curd, which is a conversion of milk protein into the curd with the help of lactobacillus or lactic acid bacteria, which increase the certain components in the milk so that they are quite beneficial as compared to the milk, because the milk protein is partially digested by the lactobacillus because they synthesize the lactic acid inside lactic acid. Also they increase vitamin B12 in the presence of lactobacillus or lactic acid bacteria. They check the other disease causing growth of other disease causing microorganism in our digestive system. Now after this, the bread and in the bakery so many products are synthesized or prepared by the unicellular fungi yeast. The scientific name of yeast is Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Now the Swiss cheese also produced by microbe Propionibacterium shermani, which is a microbe, or they provide special texture or taste to flavor to the Swiss cheese. Roquefort cheese is synthesized by the Penicillium roqueforti, which is a fungi. So the Roquefort cheese obtained from the fungi. Now Saccharomyces cerevisiae also used in the fermentation of the different cereals and fruits for the preparation of wine, whiskey, rum, beer, etc. Now wine and beer produced by without distillation, whereas the brandy, rum and whiskey produced by the or with the distillation fermented or distilled by the distillation of fermented broth. By the distillation of fermented broth. So all these obtained. After these, antibiotics are also produced by the some microbes, like some microbes. The first antibiotic produced is penicillin, and the organism which produce is Penicillium notatum, which is a fungi. And the scientist who discovered the penicillin antibiotic is an accidental discovery of penicillin antibiotic because he was working on the staphylococcus during his experiment or during his culture. What he observed in the laboratory that in the culture certain places of culture lack the staphylococcus. So he observed why the staphylococcus are not able to grow at that place. He observed that at that place a specific fungi is present. That fungi is Penicillium notatum, which actually secretes a specific chemical or which inhibit the growth of staphylococci or inhibit the growth. Due to this reason, the staphylococci are not able to grow in that particular area. Now the Alexander Fleming and Ernst Chan or Howard Florey got the Nobel Prize in for using their experiment for using the antibiotic penicillin on the soldier of World War II. Now after this microbes are also used in the sewage treatment. So in the sewage treatment, so many toxins are present, or organic matter are present, or solid wastes are present, or in the sewage treatment allows the treatment in two stages. First is primary stage, in which in the primary stage all the floating debris or all the floating waste filter actually removed by the sewage water with the manually or with the help of the filtration membrane or net, also said to be. Now by the sedimentation the other solid waste removed through it, or the effluent we got now transfer into the secondary tank, where continuous aeration process occur in aeration tank, which actually, and also there is addition of iron and aluminum sulfate, due to these chemicals they actually help in the growth of phlox. Phlox are actually mass of fungi and bacteria, so they digest the organic matter. So as we already in primary treatment already we remove the other waste, solid waste, floating waste, pebbles, rocks, all these things. Now in the aeration tank or in the secondary treatment, with the help of flock, all the organic matter removed by the with the help of flock. Now the effluent after the digestion occur till the BOD reduced. If the BOD is reduced of that sewage treatment, that indicate that the pollutant were decreased in the sewage, so that the effluent transfer into the sludge digester, where all the flocks get sedimented, or these sedimented flocks digested by a special bacteria, methanogens. Now methanogen digest the bacteria, digest the flock, and originate or release carbon dioxide and water, or carbon dioxide, methane, methane or H2S gas. Water is not produced by the methanogen. The carbon dioxide or methane gas produced by the methanogens. Now these methanogens help in the production of biogas, and biogas is, as already we know, it is a fuel. Now after these, the microbes in biogas production, which in this topic, how we will get biogas from the cow dung. So it is so important, so that we can use the fuel, biogas as a fuel by the cow dung, through the cow dung. Production, we generally use the methanogens because the methanogens are already present in the rumen of cattle. So already in the microbes in the biogas production, we generally use the microorganism, that is methanogens. Methanogens. Now methanogens are methane gas producing bacteria. Methane gas producing bacteria. Methane gas producing bacteria. This methane gas producing bacteria is Methanobacterium. Methanobacterium utilize cellulose or help in the breakdown of cellulose, after the breakdown of cellulose, that mostly that gas is present in the biogas is methane gas. So Methanobacterium actually break down the cellulose, present in rumen of cattle. Production of biogas mainly by the methanogen, because methanogen is already present in the rumen of cattle, so they help in the breakdown of cellulose content, because the cattle feed only on the grasses, or the main composition of cell wall of grasses are cellulose, so help in the digestion of these cellulose present in the rumen of the cattle. So during the digestion of cellulose, they release lots amount of carbon dioxide and methane gas. addition, they release methane gas and carbon dioxide. So methane and carbon dioxide gases. So methane and carbon dioxide gases, after the release of because they help in the breakdown of cellulose molecules, cellulose, or we can actually, in the cow dung already they are present, so there is no need for the addition of extra methanol in the cow dung. So we generally utilize the cow dung for the production of biogas in the biogas plant. We generally use the make the biogas plant, or then slurry then transfer into the that tank, concrete tank, about 10 to 15 feet in height. After the addition of slurry into the tank, already the methanogens which is already present in the cow dung utilize they continuously utilize the cellulose contained in the cow dung, or release carbon dioxide and methane gas. Now at the superficial of the slurry, already digested slurry, already the methane gas is present, or the tank is covered by lead, or that lead is open into the pipe, or which open into the household, open into the that pipe open into or connected with the stove, or from which we generally use the methane gas, or we generally use the biogas. Now after the continuous digestion of cellulose, the methanogens and continuous release carbon dioxide and methane gas, and the methane gas deposit on the superficial region of the slurry, or they transfer with the help of pipe to the stove, where they can easily use by the person, or through which because the lead actually cover the slurry, so when the gas gradually formation occur inside the tank, inside the concrete tank, so the lead is also moved towards the upward side, or with gradually increase in the carbon dioxide, gradually increase in the gases, methane gas or carbon dioxide. So that is the very easy to make biogas plant, or easy to utilize, very easy to utilize the methane gas produced by the methanogens, or it is quite easy than the other gases, than the production of other gases. And the industries which, the first industry which use the biogas by the biogas plant is IARI, Indian Agricultural Research Institute. With the help of this institute and also with the help of KVIC, Khadi and Village Industries Commission. So these two industries help in the production of biogas. Actually, they are the first industry they use the cow dung for the production of biogas. Now let us discuss about the biogas plant and what is the structure of biogas plant. It is very simple structure to produce biogas. So simple structure of biogas plants, which is generally used in villages for utilizing the utilization of cow dung. Also, because the sludge which is digested by the methanogens is used as a fertilizer by farmers, or through the farmers, or also the gas is used in because the gas is fuel or inflammable, so they are used for generally cooking. Now the structure of biogas plant. So as we know, the biogas plant formed by simply concrete or with the help of cement and bricks and height is about 10 to 15 centimeter in height. So here is a large tank. The large tank height is about 10 to 15 feet height. Now 10 to 15 feet height, or the tank is covered by lead, and that lead is connected with pipe to the stove house. Now stove in house, and here is the large tank. This is the large tank, consists of slurry or cow dung, and this large tank is connected with two small tank. Two small tank with the help of pipe. These are also formed by concrete. Now, two small tank. Now, second tank is also formed by concrete. So now slurry is first. The large tank is which is the height of large tank is about 10 to 15 10 to 15 feet. Now that at the superficial region, the tank is covered by lead, which is a floating lead. Now floating lead attached with the pipe, or a pipe hold the floating lead also, or when the gases released from the cow dung, or which undergoes indigestion with the help of methanogens and bacteria. Actually, in the these slurry methanogens are present, which release carbon dioxide, H2S gas, and also the methane gas. So the measure the quantity of the gas is methane gas. So they are present about 60 to 55% methane, 55 to 60% of methane gas. Now carbon dioxide 20 to 30%, and H2S gas so less in amount, so minimum in amount. Now when the methanogen digest the cellulose present in the cow dung, they release carbon dioxide, H2S, and methane gas. These methane gas these methane gas collected on the superficial region of the sludge digester. Actually, this is the sludge digester. Last tank is sludge digester, and collected at the superficial region of the tank. Now, before this, how we transfer the slurry or the cow dung into the large tank? So here is the large tank, about 10 to 15 feet in height, and these two are the small tank. This is also a small tank. Now, in the small tank, we generally use mix the cow dung into the water. So cow dung plus water. generally use, and make this slurry. Now slurry transfer into the small tank. Through the small tank connected with the pipe, with the help of pipe, to the large tank. So then this slurry transfer into the large tank. Simple method. This is the production of biogas is so simple. Now when they transfer into the large tank, because in the slurry there is already present, methanogens are present, because in the rumen of the cattle the methanogens are already present, so there is no need for transfer of microbes. As we discussed in previous class, in the industrial area, in the production of liquor, in the production of drinks, alcohol, we generally use the microbe, Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Add the Saccharomyces cerevisiae into our product for obtaining the desirable quantity or quality of the product. But there is no need to addition of any microbe, because microbe is already present into the cow dung, because they help in the digestion of cellulose. They are present in the digestive system of the cattle. So in the cow dung, if we add some water, because during the digestion of cellulose, water is needed by the bacteria. The water is not present, so they are not able to digest or break down the cellulose molecule. So that's why the water is necessary. Or for the transfer of the dung is also water is necessary. Now then transfer the cow dung or slurry into the digester. Into the digester, where methanogens digest cellulose or release the gases like H2S, carbon dioxide or methane gas. All these gas deposit on the superficial region of the tank. Through the lead, because they also force the lead towards or shift the lead towards the upper side. So when gradually increase in the formation of increase in the formation of biogases, so gradually the shifting of lead also takes place. Now this gas transfer with the help of pipe into the stove is also connected with the pipe, so they are transferred into the house with the help of house stove with the help of this pipe. Now when the slurry is totally digested, all the slurry get deposited or settle down at the down region of the tank or toward the base of the tank. Now with the help of certain equipment, we generally remove all the digested slurry from the last tank, or these are removed through with the help of large spatula, or after removal of these digested slurry, then transfer into the small tank for few days. Now after few days, the slurry converted into the fertilizers. Now these fertilizers farmer use in the organic farming, or use as a fertilizer in the field. So during the production of biogas, there are two uses of cow dung. First, they are used as a fuel, and the second, after the release of biogas and totally digestion of cellulose, now the cow dung converted into the fertilizers. So here is cow cellulose. Now the cow dung converted into the fertilizers. So here is cow dung which is converted into fertilizer used by the farmer in the field. So there are two purposes of production and formation of the biogas plant. It is so simple, so anyone can make the biogas plant, because so easy. These biogas plant formed by concrete or bricks, or it consists of one large tank and two small tank. The last tank is sludge digester, and two small tank is formed for the transfer and the collection of the digested cow dung. Now, during the transfer of the cow dung, first the cow dung mixed with water, then drained into the small tank. With the help of pipe, these transfer into the last tank where the methanogens are already present in the cow dung. Digest all the cellulose which is present in the cow dung with the help of water, because every digestion, every breakdown needs water. That's why we add water with the cow dung. Or during the digestion they release carbon dioxide and H2S gas or methane gas. Now all these gas collected at the superficial region of the sludge digester, or with the help of pipe, these gases transfer, because these are inflammable, so they are transferred into the house stove, or where they use for cooking, for fuel, as a fuel, use as a fuel. Now the digested cow dung remove with the large spatula into another small tank, where digested cow dung converted into the fertilizers, or these are used as a fertilizers by the farmers in their field. So here is the overall about the microbes in biogas production. So production of biogas is so easy. Or the first biogas plant introduced by the two industries. That is, first industry is khadi and village industry of India, and also the Indian Agricultural Research Institute also help in the introduction of the biogas plant in India. So they are the first, or the biogas plant generally used in the village area actually. Now the industries are Khadi and Village Industries Commission, Khadi and Village Industries Commission, and the second industry is IARA. This is KVIC, and there is Indian Agricultural Research Institute. IARI. So with the help of these two industries, in the India there is introduction of biogas plant, or it is quite easy, so useful for farmer, because they also use this for the organic farming, also use in the production of fuel. Now microbes are, as we already discussed in previous class, the different microbes help in different production of household thing, also industrial areas, in the sewage water, in the treatment of sewage water, and this is the biogas in the production of microbes in the biogas production. Now in the production of biogas, the main role of the main bacteria is methanogen bacteria, because they have ability, or they are anaerobic bacteria. They can survive in the lack of oxygen, so there is no need for the oxygen for this bacteria, as in the sewage plant we generally steering or aeration tank form for the growth of microbe, but there is no need for steering or no need for aeration tank for the growth of microbe, because the bacteria is anaerobic in nature. So that's why they are quite easier than the other. Culturing of these microbes is quite easier than the other, because already they are present, so there is no need for culturing of these microbes and addition of these microbes in sludge digester. So in the sludge digester we generally use the because they are already present, so there is need for continuous pouring and removing the cow dung or digested slurry from the tank only. So here is the overall about the biogas production. I hope you like this video. Keep listening and watching me, and thank you for listening. and watching me only. So here is the overall about the biogas production. I hope you like this video. Keep listening and watching me, and thank you for listening and watching me.